You ain't gotta be creeping. I don't know why you trying to act like you cleaning up. Damn, I always think we gonna steal something.
I know what you want, dog.
Go ahead and give me that OE. Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck up some of these odds.
Oh, no, boy. Oh, man, I'm from the old school, brother. Yeah.
You not to drink beer in store.
Hey, man, I'ma pay you. Hey, look, bitch, stop following me around this motherfucker. You getting on my nerves.
You hurry up and buy.
Shut the fuck up, man.
You just pay and leave.
Hey, man, I said I'ma pay you. Won't you calm your motherfucking nerves? Damn.
Hurry up and go.
Hey, man, won't you go ahead and get me, bro? I got your bag. Get my change. And won't you give my homeboy his change?
I don't want any trouble. Just get out.
I can't stand y'all.
I feel sorry for your mother.
Yo, it's your boy Chauncey.
And it's your favorite boyfriend, Uncle Wayne.
This is the WTF He Say podcast.
That's what's up.
Yo, what's up, Uncle Wayne?
Hey, what's good? What's good, bro?
Same old, man. You doing all right?
Yeah, man, I'm just thankful to be here with a reasonable portion of health and strength. Woken up in my right mind and thankful for the little bit that I have, which ain't much, but it's enough.
That's all that matters. Another day, another doll hair.
That's true.
Just slowly trying to make it happen, man.
Yeah, man, had some recent developments in life.
What you got going on? What, something I don't know about?
Yeah, my son, Marcus, got married this weekend. So, he did the Willie Hutch. He did the UGK.
I choose you.
Right. He did the I choose you, baby.
Choosy lover.
Right.
Can't say the next line.
Girl, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, you went to that version. I was on UGK. Choosy lover, never without the
rubber. Never under sheets like it on top of the cover. Right.
Boy, we just showed our difference in generations real quick.
But I still know about it though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm just saying my default was UGA. Your default
was Ozzy Brothers.
Ain't that right? That's good stuff. Yo, so just got a lot going on right now. Literally right now in the city. Probably as we're filming this. Got the street shut down right now in Columbia over there on Park Lane Drive beside Mr. Chow's Shell gas station.
Old place of employment, which he has sold.
Whether you believe that or not is debatable. Right?
I believe he sold it.
Yeah, I mean, sold it to who?
To the young man who running the establishment.
Cool. Could that not still be his?
He could be a silent partner. That was a speculation. Allegedly, he sold it.
Yeah. Nonetheless,
I'm quite sure if you look up the business record, somebody else.
Sure. I'm not about to go that deep into it.
Right.
If you don't know.
Oh, hold on. And if I could use some big words for a second.
Okay.
That would be innuendo and conjecture if we believe that he had some. I like to learn a word every now and then.
Ooh, Lord.
Hold on to it. For the right time to throw it in there.
Drop that joint in.
Right.
Put it in the grease.
Right, throw it in.
I hear you. If you haven't heard or been keeping up, which I'm sure a lot of people have, about the case here locally in Columbia with the gas station owner, Mr. Chow, Rick Chow, who has been acquitted of murder for a 14-year-old young man by Cyrus Carmack-Belton. And there's just a lot of people on both sides. Some people are upset about the acquittal. Some people are saying that justice was served. depending on what side of the fence you fall on, you can make all of the arguments as to why your side is correct. Right?
I believe so. And yeah, just for the record, I believe both the state and the prosecution put on excellent cases, but their strategy, how they put on their cases before the jury. I think that they did a great job on both sides.
I agree. I will just put out there that, in my opinion, I feel like it got it wrong. My opinion. I feel like they got it wrong. There's just a lot of circumstances surrounding that. And you just would have to believe well, let's back up. Let's talk about the facts of the case before we give any opinions.
All right. And again, these are our opinions. I'm not in possession of a Juris Doctorate degree. I'm no lawyer, legal scholar. I've just been in the courtroom a few times, not as a defendant.
But have you sat at the defendant table?
No.
Okay, just asking. I haven't sat over there either.
Well, since I retired.
Here we go.
Okay, since I retired, if you're going to go into technicality, since I retired.
Okay. All right. So, tell us a little bit of facts about the case.
We said it straightforward. Young man, Richard Chow, was charged with murder the day after. Speculation. Yes, I don't want to say speculation, because that's not a fact. We know for a fact that the young man entered the store, put his book bag down.
Correct.
We know for a fact that the young man entered the cooler, looked at 3 to 4 items, which appeared to be water, placed them back, did not conceal them, did not attempt to exit the store with them. Then he was confronted as he was attempting to exit the store. It appears to be some conversation. He appears to show that he doesn't have any items. Then he gets his book bag, exits the store.
Correct.
Once he exits, the young man, later identified as the son of Rick Chow, comes around the counter, exits the store behind him, and then Chow shortly exits after behind his son.
Pretty much simultaneously together.
They were real close. As he exits the store, the young man Cyrus is walking, then picks up speed, starts running. As he walks off camera, the state's case shows that there's a person turning in a BMW making a left turn.
Not as he walks off, as he runs.
Okay,
runs
as
off.
he runs, there's a car in a left turning lane, makes a turn, and then that particular witness picks up from there.
Correct.
I see. So once the camera stops,
You have an eyewitness.
the eyewitness picks up. See him running. That ultimately leads to confrontation. That eyewitness does not see Cyrus pull out a firearm.
Correct.
Does she see the shooting?
I don't remember.
I don't think there
I
was
remember
any
her saying
eyewitness to
that
the
she
shooting.
said she heard the shooting.
Okay. So there's no eyewitness to the shooting at all,
Other than
Chow
Chows.
and the Chow family.
right. And just for clarification purposes, that the pursuit of young Cyrus went 130 yards, so which is equivalent to almost a football field and a half
From the store.
from the store for his alleged stealing of a water bottle. That's it. Yeah, so a lot to digest there, but essentially the defense's case is that as they caught up to young Cyrus, he pulled out a gun and pointed it at Andy Chow, which is Mr. Chow's son. And at that point, Cyrus is shot in the back. And in the lower right quadrant of his back, what the pathologist testified to, and then it traveled upward and pierced the bottom quadrant of his heart, which caused him to. And
Chow renders aid.
yes,
Passerby picks up, comes, stops, happens to be a member of some sort of first responder. They render aid, attempted CPR. So, yeah, that expires there.
yeah. Ultimately,
Ultimately,
where's
succumbs.
yeah, and those are the facts of the case. Even though some of those are alleged, because the alleged portion of that is whether or not Cyrus actually pointed a gun at Andy.
Right.
So
And Cyrus was found with a firearm.
he was found in possession of a firearm, which is not something that you would want your 14-year-old carrying a gun, right?
Of course.
And then that unfortunately became such a crux of this case. You mentioned about the this photograph.
I think when it comes to the possession of the firearm, I think that the investigator indicated or they got into the case that there was DNA taken from the firearm which matched the decedent. The photograph kind of put an image of the young man out there.
Yeah.
That it couldn't escape.
Yeah, and it's
Being the victim.
Yeah, it's a
Or the decedent. Yeah.
It's such a double-edged sword. And I'm not going to try to speak about this as if I understand all of the law or I'm some kind of legal person, right?
Right.
So I'm not going to speak to it from that perspective. I'm just going to speak to this part from just a layman term of trying to understand. Number one, the defendant, who Mr. Chow, the law does not allow you to bring in any prior bad acts unless a set of extenuating circumstances exist in order for you to bring those up. Correct?
That's my understanding.
So that is my understanding. So the state is not allowed to talk about anything that Chow did in his past that would help aid in their case.
Yeah. So if there was, I don't have any document, but if there was any previous altercations, people, incidents involving weapons,
Correct.
things like that involving, especially at that incident location with Mr. Chow, that would argued and I guess unable to come in.
Correct. That's information that the jury would not get or not privy to.
Unless it probably was material to the case.
Correct. But with that same breath, they are able to show this photograph of Cyrus holding a gun, and the law allows it.
Well, I'm quite sure there was some sort of stipulations to it, because sometimes stipulations of what you can and cannot say. Maybe it could have stipulated that he did have without somehow getting that firearm, that photograph shown.
Yeah.
I think that was at least for sure. It planted a seed in Facebook University graduates with Juris Doctorate, Instagram
lawyers.
attorneys. Definitely, they are very. I hate this YouTube attorney right now, but not legal attorney, but it can plant a seed, especially in a juror, that this young person carrying a firearm, could it lead to something?
Yes. And
That's I think that planted that seed.
Well,
did it sway jury members? I don't know. I wasn't in the room.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Wasn't in the
And one of the comments that I read on social media was, what is this 14-year-old doing with a gun other than to wreak havoc and cause mayhem?
Right. So you have that coming in, and then also all of this information that he was shoplifting. Ultimately,
He was
not shoplifting. So you have that coming into potentially the mind of a juror, or into the case without being said. That could have led to
acquittal,
the outcome. But ultimately, that's the jury's decision. The jury's decision. I'm really not going to say whether they're right or wrong.
Yeah. I think
based on the evidence that they were given, and they asked a few questions.
Mhm.
I think, and then the law that they were given, the charges they were given, as far as in the being given murder, not any lesser included offenses.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, right? But somebody had said this to me the other day is we're really trying to decide what kind of world we want to live in, right? And this is the biggest thing is, do we want to live in a world where we say it's okay to chase down a child about what you perceived for them being, shoplifting from your store, and ultimately kill them? Do we want to live in a world where we say that is okay or not?
Right. These are the things that
right. So
because vigilantes now are going to be store owners.
There's all kinds of possibilities that come from this, but is that the kind of world that we want to live in, where a kid who can be accused of something ultimately that he didn't do, and then depending upon how that confrontation happened, because there's only 3 witnesses that were there, 3 individuals, not witnesses, at the time that the climax of this confrontation happened, when they caught up to him. Now, depending on, you're only getting one side of the story because the other person is gone.
There's no living.
Right. So depending on what actually happened when they caught up to him, on whether you believe what they say or not. Right. And one of the most important questions to me, I think that the prosecution asked the one witness, which was Andy Chow, what were you going to do when you caught up to him?
Yeah. Some of those questions were, very candid. Like, hey, what are you going to do?
What were you going to do when you caught up to him? And his ultimate answer was, I never really planned on catching up to him. I just wanted to follow him and see where he was going.
Not when you're going almost football field and a half away.
Yeah, I mean, so then we can get to the point of like, nah, it doesn't sound right.
You're not following, you're running.
Yeah. And that too, it just didn't sound right, didn't sit right. And then, most people who have, whether you've got a child, a nephew, a cousin, a godchild who's closely around this age, you can't help but put yourself in that position. I can't imagine how difficult it was for the family to sit in there and watch the trial, but then constantly see those images of their son, like the last moments of his life in that store, watching the video, watching him walk out, and then watching him run. And the last images captured of your son are him running out of his Air Force Ones.
And unfortunately, you and I have had the experience of seeing some people's last moments on video.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that.
Yeah. But
never as it's from the perspective of that parent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite sure it definitely touches you differently. These are the last moments. 30 seconds away, 15 seconds away.
Correct.
That's it.
Right. And then
Any parent can, regardless of what your position is. I would hope that they would.
Yeah, I just have a hard time with this, with the whole. I just have a hard time with the whole thing. It's terrible all around, and then ultimately, did what occurred really, was the outcome correct? Should this have cost him his life? Right? Because that's ultimately what this is about. Is based on what you accused him of doing. Should it have cost him his life?
No, shoplifting, a misdemeanor, 30-day offense that would be treated as a status offense because he's 14. Let's be real. That's a petition,
right?
That's a report.
Right.
I don't even, just be real. If he was caught, the deputy rolled up, caught him, and all that. They identified him. They're gonna call his parent,
come pick him up,
do a report, and if
see
the
you
guy's
in,
gonna
see you in
we'll
family
schedule
court.
it for family court.
Right.
And it's not going to go to family court. It's going to get some sort of arbitration.
Mm-hmm.
The court's not going to waste time to see that.
Right.
And they'll deal with it from there.
Right.
So it's definitely lowest court misdemeanor as possible that's going to be handled as juvenile offense.
For the shoplifting.
For shoplifting.
Right. But then
Which it wasn't
Correct, but it wasn't.
Which wasn't even shot.
But then let's bring into the ultimately what the defense was saying is that he wasn't shot for the water bottle. That's not why Mr. Chow shot him. Let's call him Rick. That's not why Rick shot him. He shot him because he pointed a gun at his son.
Self-defense.
Allegedly.
Self-defense.
The defense of others.
Defense of others.
That's what they're saying. He pointed the gun that he was in possession of at his son. And he in turn shot him.
Right. And there's only 2 witnesses.
Right.
The witnesses eyewitnesses who pulled up, or they didn't.
Correct. And
now, when there was an obstruction of view, like the trees.
No, I don't know. I have no idea. Not enough to make an opinion about it or a statement about it at this time. I just one of the main elements for being able to defend yourself or self-defense or the defense of others, right? The number one, and this is just the state of South Carolina, so I don't know about anywhere else, but the number one thing that you must pass is you cannot bring the difficulty on yourself. Right?
So you can't place yourself in danger and then claim self-defense.
Correct. You cannot bring upon the difficulty.
Just like a police officer, there's been instances where officers were acquitted. Person's trying to drive off. They step in front of the car.
Correct.
Person nudges the car forward. The officer unloads.
Mm-hmm.
There's been cases where officers have been acquitted. Lately, those incidents happen. Officers have gone to jail, convicted, because they placed themselves in the situation.
Yeah, you cannot bring up on the difficulty, right? So, if you look at this as one elongated incident,
it starts with the chase.
It starts with the chase. And you running out of the store, also armed with a gun, is bringing upon the difficulty, in my opinion. But
who's bringing on the difficulty at that point?
Chow. You're bringing upon the difficulty. Entering yourself into the difficulty. So you can't chase somebody armed with a gun and then say when he pulled out a gun, now I'm defending myself. Right? He's running away from you. Secondly, if you look at it as 2 different incidences, as if the shoplifting and then I chased him, but then when he pulled, young Cyrus allegedly pulled out this gun and pointed at my son. If you look at that as a different incident, then does he have the right to defend himself or his son at that point? It's all depending on how you look at it. Apparently, the jury looked at it in the way that he was able to defend his son.
Yeah.
Right? The problem that I have with this whole situation is I just don't see this situation. I don't see the actions meeting the the cause and effect aren't equal to me.
The light that was on the firearm was one location.
Mm-hmm.
His body was in.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the distance.
I don't know the exact distance, but it wasn't far.
It wasn't like where his body would have fell from the shooting.
No.
Okay. So just, and I hate to throw in hypotheticals. If he fell down, which he reportedly fell down, either the gun falls and he picks it back up, but now the flashlight is there and now I have the gun in my hand. So now he may have the gun in his hand running. Now, it's a split second. Here to here. Here to here. That's a possibility.
Yeah. It is. You still chased him out the store, man, for $1 water bottle.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, you did. Why else did you chase him out the store?
He didn't have nothing.
Your mind said he had he stole.
Okay. All right.
That's why you chased him out the door.
And see, in this situation, I got to argue both sides at some point, because he was not shoplifting. So, I'm chasing him really
For what?
for nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then if I suspect it, I don't have no proof of it.
Mm-hmm.
But then it leads all the way back up to then what could be interpreted as a justifiable
I mean, since if
know what I'm saying? Shooting situation, because now this is a deadly force situation. This person has a gun in their hand.
now let's just
And he could have pointed it at I'm saying he's pointed it at my son.
Mhm.
We don't have any other witness that can
right.
contradict that.
Now I don't necessarily want.
I'm not saying we. There is no other.
Yeah. I don't necessarily want you to answer this question. This is more like a rhetorical question, and then food for thought.
Yeah, because all of it
Right?
is food for thought for now.
Food for thought.
The jury is.
What if
Give me a
under
verdict.
this situation, we know Cyrus didn't take anything. He walks out the store. He recognizes that the owner and his son is chasing him. He then turns around and shoots both of them. Is he not defending himself at that moment?
Then what I believe what we have then, if all the facts come out, we have an unlawful
Possession of a firearm.
or unlawful carry, whatever, but
Mhm.
because it's the juvenile.
Correct.
Now, could it be justifiable for the homicide?
It's an
it
argument
could
for
be.
that.
Is a serious argument for that? Serious argument for that.
Right. So
Or
what-
because it's a juvenile, he gets sentenced and he's in jail till he's an adult.
But the argument for that, the only reason why I don't know what the only reason why I bring that
You
up
just need
is because
a good attorney to argue that.
if he can defend himself at that point because he knows he didn't steal anything and there's no reason for these grown people to be chasing me, right? And apparently one of the witnesses who observed Chow running through the parking lot says he sees running with the gun.
Child's running with it.
Chow's running with the
Yeah.
gun, right? So I'm running away. I look back. Joker has a gun chasing me.
Yeah.
Do you not have the right to defend yourself?
Yeah, you do.
Right. And in that, but see, in that extent, and grant we can't what if this, but with that thought process, how can someone be defending themselves from you? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's an answer for that.
No.
But I'm just, it's
Because
just
we don't
food
have
for
the-
thought.
we
Just
don't-
food for thought.
We don't have those that set of facts.
Because the only person who could tell us that is no longer living.
Right. Why
Right.
they were running.
Right. We got to understand what the playing field is. Got to understand what the playing field is. And if you know that, and I think everybody in that neighborhood who went to that store knows how
If there was some kind of confrontation,
they're familiar with
or
him
familiarity
and
with
his
the store.
history.
In his history. Right.
Why are we still giving money there? Right?
Right.
Why are we still
Shopping there.
shopping there and giving money there?
And see, that goes to another conversation I think you and I had was I don't have transportation
Yeah,
to go anywhere else.
We
That's
talked
the
about that.
closest place.
Yeah. In that area where you don't have, means to get to other places, you're stuck with what's in walking distance.
Just walk.
Yeah, so that's an unfortunate thing. I just think that a lot of the circumstances surrounding this case are open to interpretation. The jury interpreted it the way that they seemed best fit. Right? They deliberated on it for several hours, and this is what they came back with. Whether you agree with it or not, ain't nothing we can do about it. Right? I personally don't agree with it, and I'm comfortable with saying that. I'm comfortable with saying that I don't agree with that, just because I don't think that the sentence matched the alleged crime. Because ultimately the kid was sentenced to death. And that doesn't match the alleged crime of shoplifting. although the alleged crime, according to the defense, is he pointed a gun. But the reason why you were out there is because the alleged shoplifting.
Yeah.
Because if you would have done what you're supposed to do, in my opinion, what they're supposed to do is confirm that the kid shoplift something.
Right.
So when he left the store, instead of chasing behind him, you could have easily went back on that $10,000 camera system and watched it and realized that nothing was stolen. And everybody just fucking goes on their normal way.
Right.
Nothing was taken.
Nothing. No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. That's it.
I think emotions got into it. And you know, this is back to the conversation we had, I believe. This man works. He owns a store. Obviously, it gives the appearance because he had a wall of shame.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives the idea that he's been stealing out of the store a lot. He's upset. This is my business.
It's money out of his pocket.
And I'm going to take a stand of some sort. And I think there's a smidgen of that could have been in the mind of a juror. You know?
Yeah, but
and
I
then
just
a smidgen of those pictures that puts another seed in the mind of a juror. Then also, you know, being accused of shoplifting when he never did, just picking up the items and that suspicious behavior, could have realized, man, I don't have my money. Let me put it back. But that's not, you know, they just see getting the item and putting it back, the lady following. So it's another seed that says he's up to something. You know, because the internet's blowing up with shoplifting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he shouldn't have been in possession of the firearm.
No. He should not have.
He should not. I'm not an advocate for that. He's not of legal age. Then there's some people saying, well, we don't know where he lives. At 14.
No, you should. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the loss of life behind this incident, the loss of life behind this incident just seems way too great for, you know, the alleged crime. And I hate it. I really do. And then just the precedence that we said that with the verdict sets a precedence, I think. And
It definitely does.
We'll just see how that plays out over these next few weeks and months.
Years, because you know, we're already in open carry state.
Mm-hmm.
You have the sentiment of Second Amendment, which you have the right to bear arms, great. But gun-toting type, kind of be a little wild and loose with it. These types of
I'm glad you didn't do the
verdicts.
I had a feeling it was about to come. I'm glad you didn't.
I
do
didn't do it.
it. But it was on the tip. What?
It was on my mind. These kinds of verdicts lead to a potential for that. I thought we'd have more open carry incidents.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
You know, it appears to be less. You know, I don't have the stats for all over the state. SLED could tell you a little different. You know, I think that this can lead to more.
I hope it doesn't.
And not just in this situation, road rage.
Oh God, yeah.
He approached my car.
No God, yeah.
He approached my car. He did this. He scared me. Said something. Correct. He said something about it. Because we have a lot of scary people around here with firearms.
Unfortunate. It appears also that the decedent's family is still looking to sue Chow for wrongful death or something along those lines. They're going to bring a lawsuit there as well.
Yeah, he's responsible.
Yeah,
no doubt about it. You know, his actions caused his death. He's responsible. We learned all in the OJ verdict back in 94, 95, whenever it came out, 96 probably, I think by the time that went to trial, that you can be held accountable financially, even though you are found not guilty.
criminally. Yeah. Yeah, they'll jump that hurdle.
We get to it, and it's not going to bring him back.
No,
We don't know the net worth of this man or anything.
yeah. It's just another tragic.
Insurance.
Yeah. It's just another tragic loss. But this also brings up the just a quick transition that we're gonna have to pay attention to. That's I think is coming up here short. Is this Carmelo Anthony case, not the basketball player, the young high school,
Texas?
somewhere, Texas, New Jersey, somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to do a little research to find out exactly where that's going on. But that's something now to pay a close eye to, because there are some similar circumstances surrounding that case. That is going to be interesting to pay attention to.
I remember he was approached. He was in a section.
Small. A couple words were exchanged, and he was ultimately stabbed. If you don't know anything about that case, go ahead and research it. Look it up. Carmelo Anthony, spelled with a K. Carmelo. And pay attention to that one, because it's definitely coming up. But we need to pay attention to what's going on in our neighborhoods, communities, and the places where we live. Right. And if we not paying attention to what's going on or having the dialogue and the conversations, then we definitely not part of the solutions. We're still just part of the what?
Definitely. Now, let me ask you this. And this is, to me, really the most difficult question to answer. After the verdict, the verdict, a jury of peers be given. How does community move forward?
We're gonna watch. We're gonna watch.
Well, it's not through violence. Violence is not going to do it. And that's been proven time.
No, I don't know. This is a quick fix.
Violence is not going to solve it. I just wonder, how does this community, how is it collective? Because people who can identify don't think monolithic. Everybody has a different idea of what the solution is. So,
and some people have a lot of influence and sway.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, an incident like this is a nationwide. It gives a nationwide conversation, almost a global conversation. And multiple things are here. The perception of this young male being followed. That's a conversation. Him, young man, carrying a firearm at such a young age, that's a conversation. The shooting incident in its, justifiable or not, or that's another conversation. The response to a verdict, whether you agree or disagree, that's another conversation. Healing process. So there's multiple conversations out of this. And in this case, they're not even connected. And when I say they're not connected, because there was no shoplifting, but there was such a big allegation.
Mm-hmm.
The firearm that he's carrying maybe or maybe not has such a big involvement in the case, because there's only two people saying that pulled the firearm.
And which he could have.
And
he also could not have.
The possibility they did.
Right. So that's the thing.
Following them,
out of the store for
out
what?
Of the store. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And they've addressed, I believe, all those issues during the course of the trial. But it wasn't solved there.
No. But prosecution made one very, very strong statement for me, in which the point that he made was, you would have never even known he had a gun if you stayed in the store.
No. You would have never known it.
There is no violent confrontation if you stay in the store.
Right. You have one of the greatest facial recognition systems here. Think he's stealing?
Right.
Get his face, put him on a wall of shame, comes in again. Hey, sorry, we refuse service.
Correct.
Right. He's like, what do you mean? I ain't steal nothing. I'm sorry.
Right. But that's all I'm saying is you don't even know he has a gun. There's no violent confrontation if you stay in the store.
Right.
You don't chase him. And that's the part that I get hung up on too, with the bringing on your own difficulty. But that's neither here or there. This is what I'll leave you with.
But then that's another conversation in itself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's so many
layers
to it.
Yeah. And this conversation could go on for hours.
It could.
Right. I'll leave you with this. If you have young men in your life, Have these conversations with them. Explain to them what's going on, and explain to them what they have to do. And what I mean by that is we can't carry guns, right?
Underage, unlawful.
Yeah, can't unlawfully carry guns under the legal age. Let's just not do that, because we bring on a little bit of the difficulty ourselves if we do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's really the only, based on this. Tell me another part of this incident that is noteworthy of a conversation to have with, if you have juvenile young men. Because
you and I have experienced it. I know I for sure I have.
But what I'm saying though, let me finish this. What I'm saying though is just based on this incident. What could he have done differently?
Well, it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
No. It's not what he could have done differently. It's what is going to be perceived of you just because of who you are. And this is you. I've had this conversation with my son.
Mm-hmm.
You are with your sons. You have with your sons. I've been followed in the store before, youngster. So how do you respond to that? Sometimes you got to understand that that's going to happen. You know, it's a sad state of affairs when you have to tell someone that this is going to happen. Expect this to happen, how you should handle it. You know, that's a perception. That's a lesson that needs to be taught to our kids growing up. This is going to happen. If you're with your friends or you're by yourself, somebody's going to believe that you're stealing something.
Could you not interpret what he did as recognizing that's what happened?
As what? Being followed?
Yeah. And he's being followed and he recognized it, put the shit back, and I'm leaving.
Easily. It could have been, you're following me, you know what? I'm going to put this back. Or, I don't have my money on me.
There's all
Let me
kinds,
go get my money.
All kinds.
You know, there's all kinds of.
I'm just saying, specifically, when I'm talking about the conversations that we need to have to help these situations be avoidable.
But I think knowing that that's going to happen, that puts you one step ahead.
Yeah, of course. We should always be preparing our kids for what they don't see coming, because we see it.
And now you being confronted in the store, yeah, I'm cooperating. He did. Hey man, ain't got nothing.
Right.
Cooperate. But now he patted himself down. The lady was there. You know, she watched him, put it all back. Wasn't, there was no, he didn't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
Then he grabbed his belongings that he complied with in the beginning when you asked him to put his bag there, and he left.
Yeah.
I think if he had the gun in the book bag, he would have probably turned around and walked out. Not that he should have had it there, but it was on his person. So he was willing to put the bag down.
Yeah, I mean, we all know there's two things that happen when you're scared. It's fight or flight.
Yeah. And he was running.
He chose one.
He chose to run.
And they allege that he chose a different one when they caught him.
At some point, they're alleging that after flight, he turned to fight.
Right. Yeah, just a lot of dialogue. Just talk to the young people that's in your life, young men in your life, to make sure that, we're doing whatever we can to help prevent these kind of incidents from continuing to happen. The biggest thing is we can't be our own worst enemy.
Of course. Definitely.
And that's not a shot at anybody at all.
No.
Bottom line is a young life was lost unnecessarily. And depending on what side of the fence you stand on, you feel like justice was served or it was not. That's open to your interpretation. I will say that I've been pretty open on my interpretation of it. What I think is what I thought was right. I just couldn't see it any other way, and I could be wrong, and I'm okay with being wrong.
According to the jury, you were.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's my opinion. That's all it is. But to the next time, Monk.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. Appreciate y'all hanging out. If you haven't already, subscribe. Click the button. Subscribe. Be notified when we drop the next videos. Right?
Yeah.
We're pushing to our first 100 subscribers. Where we trying to get to right now? That's our goal right now, is 100 subscribers. Something so slight. So help us get there, and then we'll continue to the next goal.
Yeah, we ain't asking you for no money. We ain't asking you for no GoFundMe or nothing. Click a couple buttons
And come hang out with us. Until the next time. Peace.